Hey my Squidlings, it's Katie here, and welcome back to another digital speed paint video. Today I am drawing Link and Zelda from the new Breath of the Wild game. I'm sorry, I know I recently did a Breath of the Wild fan art of Zelda not that long ago, and I don't know, I got the game on launch and I've just been in love with it, so I just really wanted to do fan art, so I'm sorry. But I do want to let you guys know that if you want to support this channel, you can consider pledging to me on Patreon. There will be a little card pop up on the screen. Also, if you don't want Patreon rewards, but you do want just some of my original art or prints, I will kind of link you to my new Ticktail store. It is down in the description below, so please go check those both out. Consider supporting me. It helps me make new reviews and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, now that I'm done with the shameless self-promotion, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the picture. So, recently, like I said, you knew that I drew Zelda, but I never really did draw Link, and I kind of wanted to draw them in the same picture. And I thought it would be cool to draw them, like, back to back with the Master Sword, kind of, like, separating them. You won't see the Master Sword until, like, the end of the video, because it's already drawn. I didn't draw it during the video, just because, I find it easier to draw things that are complicated for me off camera, just because it kind of gets rid of some of the pressure, and that's why I never sketch on the digital videos, because I feel like if I were to, I'd probably mess up a lot more than I already do, so I just kind of line art everything. So again, I am line arting right now. I line art in like a brown color. I just find it looks really good. Actually, right here, I messed up on his bangs. They just looked really weird to me, so I tried to fix that problem, because, I don't know, they just look like they merged with his forehead and it just looked really weird, so. But now that that is finished, I'm going to start coloring it after I clean up the line art a little bit. I fixed his ear because I just found it looked a little wonky to me, and I think that's the only thing I fixed afterwards. But then I go in with a gray color to, you know, so I can see the light colors, like if they gap or anything, and then I color their skin with flat shading first, or flat color, I suppose. I like to do that just because it gets all of my base colors down, and then I can go in and actually shade it with clipping layers. I have found that I really enjoy just coloring with like a cell shade kind of thing. I don't know, I just like it. It looks cute to me, and I mean, I like the super blended look too, but I feel like yeah, cell shading, that's what that's called, just suits my style a little more. So I'm going in and blocking in their clothes with the blue. They're basically the same color scheme, which I find is kind of funny, but I'm not super far into the game, so please no spoilers if you're further than I am. Actually, don't spoil anything. I'm not very far, but I've had a lot of fun, so yeah. So I have a question of the video. I try to do those when I remember, because I have a horrible memory. So anyway, if you have Breath of the Wild, are you enjoying it? And if not, do you plan on getting it? I mean, I know that a lot of people can't afford to shell out money for the new Switch. It is kind of expensive. We kind of put it on like a pre-order and then paid it off a little slow. But we did. Anyway, well, I suppose we didn't pay it off super slow, but we paid it off with our tax check, because priorities. Anyway, and yeah, but they did have it for the Wii U, so if you have a Wii U, you can still play this game. I think it's absolutely stunning. I would definitely try to get your hands on it if you can, if you're into Zelda games. It's the best Zelda game I've played in a long time, so I'd highly recommend it. I feel like I'm a walking advertisement. I'm really not trying to sell you this game, but it's just great, and I love it, and yeah, so now, since I'm done babbling on about that, I just finished shading their skin with like a pinkish tone. I don't know, I like the way the pinkish shading looks with the brown line art. I think it looks really good. I actually had problems with the shading hair thing. I cut it out in the video, but I shaded with like a dark brown, and it just made it look really weird, because obviously their hair's blonde and shading with dark brown just looks a little wonky. So I tried with a different color, and I tried to do simplistic like hair shading, because at first I started doing like all the strands, making it look good, and then it looked too detailed for how I planned on shading the piece. Like, it would have attracted too much attention to the hair, so I just decided to go for something really simple. And overall I really liked it. It turned out better than I thought it would, which was a nice thing. And then after I shade her hair, I just kind of go off to shading the small things like the clothes and her hairpin, and then, yeah, that stuff didn't take too long because it's just a small amount, and of course I'm doing cell shading, so it doesn't take super long anyway. But overall, this video really didn't take me that long, this picture I should say. Can you tell that I haven't voiced a video in what feels like forever? Like, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. But yeah, it didn't take me that long. I was really surprised, but I'm relatively happy with how this came out. Definitely happier than some of the other digital pieces I've made. There is a video that was like my first official digital piece, and compared to that, this looks so much better. So I'm glad that I'm practicing. That's kind of what Digital Monday is for. It's just basically so I can get some practice in. And I found it to be really helpful. So, yeah. We are nearing the end of the video, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, especially if you've made it this far into my rambles and stuff. So, I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. Also, don't forget you can follow me on my social media, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, all that stuff. It's linked in the video description. Also, again, please don't forget to consider pledging me on Patreon, or supporting me over on my art store. Oh, hey, there's that sword. And yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it to keep notified on like my new videos and stuff. And yeah, until next time, guys, toodaloo.